In a quiet small town called Willow Creek, somewhere in the American Midwest, lived a man named Ethan Miller. From the outside, his life looked ordinary, working as a mechanic, living in a modest home his mother left behind, and going through the same routine day after day. But behind his calm appearance, Ethan carried a heavy weight. The weight of a dream he once lost, and the fear that kept him from chasing it again. Years earlier, Ethan had a bright future ahead of him. He dreamed of becoming a mechanical engineer, of designing his own electric vehicle one day. But life took a harsh turn. At 23, he suffered a work accident that cost him the scholarship he had worked so hard for. In the span of a few days, the dream that once gave him purpose suddenly collapsed. Ever since, Ethan lived quietly, fixing other people's machines, while letting his own dreams gather dust. One chilly autumn morning, as amber leaves drifted across Willow Street, Ethan met someone who would unknowingly change his life. Frank Dawson, an elderly man who often came to the shop to repair his old pickup truck. Frank had a gentle voice, sharp eyes, and the kind of wisdom that only comes from a long, eventful life. He noticed something in Ethan, a skillful pair of hands but a hesitant heart. One afternoon, as Ethan worked on Frank's truck, the old man took a sip of his black coffee and said, "Kid, you know what's worse than failing? Not trying. Failure hurts for a moment, but regret stays with you forever." The words struck Ethan deeply. That night, as he sat alone in his small garage, he found himself staring at old sketches, blueprints he once made when he was full of hope. And for the first time in years, something inside him moved. Ethan made a quiet promise to himself. He didn't need to be perfect. He didn't need to be the best. He just needed to start again, one small step at a time. Every night after work, Ethan returned to the garage. He relearned what he had forgotten. He watched tutorials, read old textbooks, and slowly pieced together the prototype of the electric vehicle he once dreamed of building. Progress was slow. Failures came often. Circuits burned. Parts jammed. Some nights, Ethan felt so defeated that he nearly gave up. But then he remembered Frank's words. "Regret stays with you forever." One night, exhausted and discouraged, Ethan sat on the cold concrete floor, convinced he wasn't meant to rise again. Just then, the garage door creaked open. Standing in the doorway was Frank, illuminated by the warm porch light behind him. "Need a hand?" he asked with a soft smile. From that night on, they worked together, two men from different generations, united by one shared belief, that it's never too late to try again. Weeks passed. Piece by piece, screw by screw, they built something new, not just a machine, but a rising sense of hope within Ethan himself. Then, one quiet spring morning, with sunlight filtering through the trees of Willow Creek, the moment finally came. Ethan flipped the final switch. The prototype hummed to life. Lights flickered. The engine whirred softly. It worked. Ethan stepped back, overwhelmed. His eyes filled with tears he could not hold back. Frank placed a hand on his shoulder and said, "There you go, kid. You didn't just fix a machine, you fixed yourself." And in that moment, Ethan understood something powerful. Courage isn't the absence of fear. Courage is choosing to rise, even when the fear is still there. From that day on, Ethan no longer lived to avoid failure. He lived to honor the potential within him, the dream that never truly died. Because he finally realized, no dream is ever gone, as long as you have the courage to try again.